So today's video is a little bit different. It's a what's in the bag, but not a golf bag. I will explain to you as well how I make the YouTube videos that I put on this channel. I will show you also what I film with and what I edit with. And I'll also give you any little additional tips or hacks that I've found. I'll show you how simple and easy it can be to make these videos. As many are aware, I'm not a tech guy. Me personally, I started with very simple and easy equipment, and then I've gradually added as I've sort of developed. I think you will be shocked at how easy and simple it is to make these videos, and that you don't need all the top of the range stuff when you're getting started. And it doesn't actually cost a lot to buy what you actually need, and most of what you need you've probably already got. An iPhone, this one I think is an 11. I don't film off this one anymore. This is my backup iPhone, but that's the first thing you will need. The beauty of this phone is it films in 4K. There is a reason I use an iPhone, and I'll explain that as we develop with the video and it will become more apparent. So all my shot traces are filmed off an iPhone, and this particular video now you're watching is actually filmed on my iPhone. It's soon become apparent that we play in a windy part of the country and that the wind was sort of affecting audio. So all I did was add a mic. And this is the mic. It's a Rode mic. It clips into the iPhone. This is a slightly better version. The first one I bought that used to fall off quite often and actually snapped in the end. But this one here has got a couple of extra little plastic bits which makes it more secure to the phone. And I find that that has improved the quality of sound and the audio. I've just clipped it back onto the phone, so that should now improve the audio of this particular vlog. And next you will need one of the tripod. It's got 3 legs at the bottom to keep it secure. And this is what I use for the shot trace and some of the simple videos that I create. It is really, really lightweight. It costs less than £10 on Amazon. And so far so good. It's done the job. It's easy to carry around if I'm walking around a golf course or if I'm playing an individual vlog. The top piece here is easy adjustable as well, so you can change the angle. You can also film vertically or horizontally. Obviously, this is the position you film YouTube in. And it extends reasonably high, probably maximum up to sort of 4.5 foot, which is plenty high enough. Obviously, if you're using it in the wind, you probably would not want to be this high because it does fall over occasionally. The beauty of the tripod is it fits really simply against the editing bag. And it's, like I said, because it's lightweight, it doesn't really add to the overall weight of the bag, making it easy to transport, easy to use, easy to assemble. So far to create this video, all I've used is an iPhone, my tripod, and then the mic. And to create a video, that is all you really need. There are some YouTubers that will just literally use that setup. They might have a slightly better mic, a slightly better phone, a slightly better tripod. So let's now look inside the bag. It's like a lucky dip, but the first thing we come across is this. And this you will definitely need if you're filming a lot on your phone. And it is just an iPhone charger. The beauty of this is it will sit on your phone and still charge, and you can actually still continue to create content whilst your phone is charging. This will then double the life of your phone. To be fair, I could probably do with buying another one of these. I'll add that to the list. One of the biggest investments you'll make as you develop as a YouTuber is your camera. When I started off with Dan, we had 2 or 3 of these cameras. One he uses for shot tracer and one as a main camera. We then added a 3rd camera, so we had 3 of these at one time. So for me personally, I wanted something that was pretty easy to use and something that I was familiar with. And obviously appearing on Dan's channel, I was quite comfortable using this Sony camera, which is 4K. There's a little bit of information on the bottom. It's a digital camera. That's the make as well. If you're looking to actually buy a camera, this one probably cost me around about £500. One thing I sort of found out after I'd purchased the particular model was this bit here is a viewfinder. I don't actually need that. I've never ever used it, and it added probably £150 to the overall cost of the camera. Very lightweight as well. It's easy to transport and it's very easy to use. I said it's 4K, which is exactly the same as what my iPhone films in. However, the audio is so much better on this particular camera than on my iPhone, as you probably noticed in a few vlogs where I've only used the iPhone. Once you've got your camera, you are going to need plenty of these. This bigger one here is capable of filming sort of 4.5 hours worth of coverage. However, the only issue with it is it's not really designed for the camera, and it's slightly too bulky and heavy and sits slightly off the back of it. So I tend to only use them if I'm keeping the camera in a stationary position. These tend to be a little bit too big, whereas this tends to be my vlogging battery. I've got a couple of them. They last 2.5 hours. So that leads me on to this. This is the charger that you buy when it comes with some of the batteries. It plugs into your laptop, or you can plug into a main. This is handheld, easy to use. It's got a nice soft handle on it as well, which is good. The camera nicely attaches onto here. I will attach it in a second. And you've got this area up here where the mic will fit onto. So I'm just going to try and do it quickly. Sometimes it's more complicated than other times, but just attach and show you my setup. So the screw goes into the actual bottom of the camera. It always takes longer when you're filming something to actually show it, but there you go. There it is attached. It's very solid. That is not going anywhere. I'm confident that no matter what angle you hold the camera at, that is not going to fall off, because you do not want 500 odd pounds falling on the floor and breaking. And this is the next purchase. These range from sort of 50 up to 80 pound. You can get some better versions of this. This is a Rode mic, and this is going to be what attaches to my camcorder to give me some decent sound quality. And audio is really key when making videos. And this fits into onto the stand there. It's just got a little screw. Don't know if you can see that. And it just clips into the side of the camera like so. And that is my setup, and that is what I use when I go out and vlog. You'll also need something like this. Not the plastic case, although the plastic case is really useful for keeping these safe. Probably better that way, isn't it? No, it's back to front, isn't it? This is your SD card. This is your memory. There's the front and back. That goes into your camcorder. That can also go into my laptop. I would say at this stage, my bag does actually need sorting out. It's a little bit of a mess. I've actually removed quite a lot of stuff as well, so you can imagine what that looked like before. And look at all these wires. We've just mentioned that you'll need a lot of storage, and this is another thing that's in my bag. These are not cheap. They're around about £100, but if you're doing a lot of filming and you're making it a career, then I suggest that you buy one of these. If you're filming a lot, you will have numerous ones of these. I've got 2 at the moment, but I've got sort of 2 plugs as well. One at my flat, which I'm here at today, and one back at my mum's. So I've always got these available. They're really universal. You can clip lots of things into them as well. So you can charge your phone, you can charge your batteries off them. But you will definitely have lots of these if you're making YouTube videos. And with them, you will get lots and lots of wires. Some of them I don't even know what they do. I have got 3 charging wires here. They're all different lengths as well. When you go away traveling, which you will do as a YouTuber, sometimes the plug is nowhere near your bed, or you need to stretch the plug out to actually get your equipment onto a table, because you don't really want to be leaving them on the floor where you could stand on them or stumble over them. So you'll have lots of different sort of charging wires of varying lengths. Now go into the bottom of the bag and undo this particular pocket. You'll see my laptop. And that is an Apple Mac. I bought this one off Dan second hand. I paid about £350. You'd probably need one of these eventually. It's a really good laptop. It's one that I'd recommend. It's got Dan. It's still got a picture of Bobby on there. So what I do is I put the SD card into this laptop, and then I take all the information from here and then transfer it onto my iPhone, which might surprise a few people. I do have Final Cut Pro on this particular laptop, which I can use to edit, but I tend not to, mainly because I find it really time consuming and difficult. In the future, I do want to learn to actually edit on my Apple Mac and use a better system, a better program than I currently use. But at the moment, I'm trying to get a lot of content out, and I'm literally learning on the job. I had no experience in editing, and this might surprise you, but I actually edit off my iPhone. I use iMovie, which is a free app. It's ready available as well. It's easy to use. The beauty of editing off my iPhone is if I get a spare 5, 10, 15 minutes, I can literally go straight on and start editing videos or changing what I've done previously. I don't have any more equipment. This phone stays on me 24/7. It just makes it easier for me personally at the moment, but I do know that I need to develop my editing skills, and I will need that Apple Mac eventually. I also do my shot traces using the app, a free app as well on the phone, which is just called Shot Tracer. It does have its flaws. It does crash quite often, and you have to draw the actual lines in of the ball flight, which obviously isn't ideal, But when you're starting off, you want to keep your costs to the minimum. You're not going to earn good money to start with, or you might never earn money at all. It might just be a hobby. The paid version, you do get some additional features which are quite cool. However, it still has the same faults, so it does crash quite a lot. So it's not improved the app enough for me to actually warrant paying £100 a year for it. Thumbnails is where I feel like I've improved massively since I started this journey. And I've gone on to my YouTube videos and I've changed a few recently. You might have noticed, you might not have noticed, but all I use is Bizart. I'm not even sure I've pronounced the app correctly, but it's a free app again. You can pay for the updated version where you get some different features, which are quite cool, but at the moment I just literally use the free app. You can put pictures on it, you can do different styles of writing, you can do arrows and all sorts of cool features to it, and that's what I'd recommend you use for your thumbnails. And what I've learned is thumbnails and title are really the key to a good YouTube video. And what I've learned as well, if you're editing on your iPhone, you're going to need some of these. These are just really the Apple earplugs or earphones that the actual phone came with, but you can get some better versions than that. But you know, that for me, I just use the basic ones so that if I am editing, then no, I'm not going to disturb anybody. If I'm at the golf club or if I'm on a train or a plane, maybe one day, or a boat, then you can pop these in. You can literally edit. And bag is one that I bought again off Amazon. I'd never heard of the make, but it had decent reviews. Always check the reviews on Amazon if you are buying off there. It is a good buying area. I do stick some water in here occasionally. That's to protect the camera when it's raining. I've never used that because I will not film in the rain. Cameras do not like rain. And they are simply, you need 1,000 subscribers and you also need 4,000 hours watch time. And that took me sort of 5 or 6 videos in before I started monetizing my channel. I'll be honest with you, YouTube is really, really difficult, and just relying completely on ad revenue is not enough to actually be sustainable long term. I've been very lucky over the years. I was firstly on Mark's channel, and then obviously I've appeared on Dan's channel, which I still appear on now. So I had, or I was known a little bit by people that watch golf YouTube. And that is why the likes of sort of Sub70, which is my only sponsor at the moment, being part of the channel, that really helps as well to keep me going and provides a sort of additional income. Ad revenue for the channel, I've basically got just over 6,500 subscribers at the moment. My videos sort of generally get round about, I'd say an average of 5,000 views. And I can tell you that I earn between $150 and $250 a month off ad revenue. So people like Rick Shields, who's obviously your number one, and your good who are there rising, and you've got other YouTubers like Mark Crossfield. They are making good money from ad revenue. That's why they don't necessarily need sponsors. And over the years, they've gradually decreased the amount of sponsored deals they're having with companies, and they're just working with who they want to, or they're remaining independent. So there is an opportunity if anybody does want to get involved with the channel on a sponsorship level. It can be really simple. It can be a logo on my sleeve or on my golf bag. And obviously the support is much needed. And if anyone's interested, then please get in contact. My contact details and email address will be in the link to this video. Hopefully that gives you a little insight into some of the equipment and stuff that I use to create these videos. So my advice to anybody starting off YouTube or making videos for social media is keep it simple. Don't invest too heavily in equipment. You literally need the very basics to get going. As you progress, then look to invest in equipment to make your videos and the product better. Basically, all you need is an iPhone, a mic, and a tripod. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and comment below. Is there any other types of video you want me to make? I'm happy to do it. Thanks for watching.